I'm May. The hallway outside my apartment is in chaos right now. My mom is pacing back and forth, looking extremely anxious, and my sister, Lily, is on the phone, trying desperately to call someone important. Standing beside me with her arms folded is my lawyer friend, Ava, completely unfazed by the commotion. Lily snaps at me. "You can't just kick us out, May. We're family." I tilt my head slightly and reply calmly, "You should have read the paperwork before trying to steal my apartment." Ava steps forward, her voice polite yet firm. "For the record, this property is legally leased to MS. May, fully paid in advance for 2 years. Any unauthorized occupants or attempts to transfer possession without her written consent violate Section 12B of her tenancy agreement." Mom blinks, looking utterly confused. "Section what?" Lily frowns and turns to Mom. "Mom, did you even read the lease before bringing my stuff here?" Mom mutters. "She said she owned it." Ava smiles. "Ownership doesn't come from assumption, MS. Mom's last name? It comes from documents. And those all have May's name on them." Lily's voice breaks as she cries, "You're doing this to humiliate us." I meet her eyes steadily. "No. I'm doing this to protect myself from people who forgot what love looks like when money's involved." Just then, the movers, the same ones they hired a few days ago, come to the door again, this time carrying their boxes out. Mom mutters something about betrayal as she follows them down the hall. Ava turns to me and says, "You handled that perfectly." I exhale slowly and glance at the empty doorway. No. That was just the beginning. Let me rewind to tell you how all this started. I come from a family where my parents have always favored my younger sister, Lily. Mom is a shallow and material, obsessed woman who always puts on a show for the neighbors. Dad passed away a few years ago, leaving Mom even more desperate to maintain a certain image of wealth and status. Lily, on the other hand, is a self-centered and spoiled girl who believes she deserves everything handed to her on a silver platter. I worked hard for years, saving every penny I could. Finally, I was able to buy an apartment with my own savings. It was my little haven, a place where I felt safe and independent. But one day, all that was shattered. I was sitting on the couch, reading a book, when I heard Mom's voice. "Sweetheart, meet the new owner of your apartment." It was like a thunderclap in a clear sky. Before I could even process what she said, she barged in with Lily's suitcases. Lily walked in right behind her, wearing designer sunglasses indoors and sipping on a fancy cocktail as if she were entering a luxury resort instead of my home. "I'm taking your bedroom," she said casually, tossing her bag on the couch. "Mom says you can sleep in the guest room until I redecorate." I stared at her, completely stunned. What? Mom rolled her eyes. "Lily needs space, and you don't use this apartment properly. You just live here." I stood up, feeling a sense of disbelief wash over me. My name was on the lease, all the furniture was mine, and I paid all the bills. Yet they were acting as if I was just a tenant in my own place. Mom then tossed my favorite jacket in my face. "Hurry up and clear your things before the movers come." That's when I did something they didn't expect. I smiled, a quiet, calm smile. "All right," I said softly. "If that's what you want." Lily laughed. "Good girl." But she didn't notice that I was already opening my phone to start recording. Lily started ordering the movers around like she was the owner. "Pull my designer wardrobe into the master bedroom," she said. "And throw that old bookshelf out." I said quietly, "That's my bookshelf." But she didn't even look at me. My phone, placed on the kitchen counter, recorded everything. Every insult, every command, and every smug laugh. I kept my tone light and casual because I knew the calmer I was, the more reckless they would become. Mom started going through my drawers. "You really should have told us you were saving all this money. It's wasteful. Lily will use it better." I looked at her and asked softly, "Mom, are you serious right now?" She gave me that patronizing smile. "Sweetheart, family shares everything. Don't be so selfish." The word family felt like a burn in my throat. When they finally left, I locked the door and replayed the recording. It was crystal clear. Mom admitting she had somehow tried to transfer ownership, and Lily demanding that I vacate my room. That night, I emailed the file, along with my lease, receipts, and bank statements to Ava. She replied within minutes. May, this is gold. Don't confront them. Just wait. I'll handle the paperwork. I leaned back, smiling at the irony. They thought I was packing to leave, but I was actually preparing to evict them. 2 days later, the movers returned. But this time, they were not there for me. When I opened the door, they handed me a stack of official envelopes. Court notices, the lead mover said. We were told to deliver these to Ms. Lily and Mrs. Mom's last name. An hour later, Mom and Lily showed up, looking like royalty checking on their domain. Lily frowned when she saw me still there. Why haven't you moved out yet? I held up the envelopes. Because I'm not going anywhere. Mom scoffed. What's this nonsense now? Legal documents, I said. Filed this morning. The lease, the property tax record, and the evidence of your attempted eviction, all submitted. Lily snatched one from my hand and scanned it. Her smirk disappeared. You recorded us? Yes, I said evenly. While you order me to throw my life into boxes. Mom's voice cracked. You're turning against your own family? I replied calmly. You turned against me the moment you decided my success was yours to rearrange. Just then, Ava called on speaker. May, tell them the court has granted a temporary restraining order. No one enters your apartment without consent. Lily's face turned white, and Mom stammered about a misunderstanding. The night after they were confronted, the silence in my apartment was almost overwhelming. For the first time in a long while, I felt like I had my space back. But the peace didn't last long. At 10:47 p.m. The building's security intercom buzzed. Ms. My last name, your mother's here. She says she left her purse. I knew exactly what she was up to, but I said, let her up. And I started recording before she even stepped through the door. Mom walked in, feigning humility. Sweetheart, can we talk? I gestured to the couch. We're already talking. Her eyes darted around, looking for some sign of sympathy. You embarrassed us with that lawyer stunt. The neighbors are gossiping. Lily is devastated. I repeated, Lily? You mean the woman who tried to steal my room, my car, and my dignity? She sighed dramatically. You always twist things. We were helping you. I cut in. By taking my apartment? By telling people you gave it to me? She tried to deny it, but I turned my phone screen towards her, playing back the recording where she bragged to Lily, once May's gone, we'll have full control of this place. Her face lost all color. Mom, I said quietly, you raised me to believe in family, but you forgot to teach yourself what that means.
Just then, the doorbell rang.
It was Ava holding another envelope. This one isn't from court. It's from the landlord. Mom froze. He's terminating their sublease, effective immediately. A week later, Lily texted me. Mom wants to talk. We should all have dinner. No lawyers. It sounded innocent, but I knew better with my family. I agreed calmly, because I knew sometimes letting them speak would expose their true intentions. When I arrived at the restaurant, Mom was already there, sitting with perfect posture and a rehearsed tone. Sweetheart, we just want to start fresh. Families shouldn't fight over something as small as an apartment. Small? I repeated. You tried to hand my life to someone else. Lily pouted and stirred her drink. You're overreacting. Grandpa always said family property belongs to everyone. I smiled faintly. He also said honesty comes before inheritance. That shut her up. Mom leaned in, her voice soft but sharp. You made us look terrible, May. The landlord, the neighbors, everyone thinks we're greedy. You need to fix that. I asked, by doing what? She said, posting something nice online. Say you misunderstood. Say, we were helping you. I laughed quietly. You're asking me to lie again. Her eyes hardened. You owe us that much. I stood up, placing my phone on the table, still recording.
No, Mom.
What I owe you is a mirror, so you can finally see who you've become. I picked up my bag and walked away calmly. The next morning, I woke up to 83 missed messages. Half from Lily and half from Mom. Apparently, my calm exit from the dinner had gone viral. The restaurant CCTV had captured everything. Grace called, crying, "May, please take it down. People are calling us thieves." I said softly, "You made your own statement. The world just listened this time." Mom tried next with a false calm. "Sweetheart, you're ruining our reputation." I looked around my spotless apartment, my name on the lease shining.
No, Mom.
I'm protecting mine. After that, I received a message from Grandpa. "Proud of you, kiddo. About time someone in this family learned the value of peace over property." That text meant the world to me because it was the first time someone in my family truly saw me. 3 months passed. The noise from the viral post faded, the pity texts and fake apologies stopped. All that was left was a beautiful, earned quiet. Lily moved in with a friend across town, and Mom, still concerned about her image, started attending family, healing seminars, and posting quotes she didn't understand. One afternoon, a delivery arrived. There was no sender listed. Inside the box was a small brass key and a note in shaky handwriting. "To the only one who remembered integrity, the lake house is yours now."
Grandpa.
Tears filled my eyes. It wasn't about the property. It was about being seen for who I was. That night, I drove to the lake house. The wind was gentle, and the air smelled of pine and salt. For the first time in years, I whispered to myself, "No one can evict peace." And I knew that this was the most priceless home of all.